Can you tell us your name?
My name is Lynn Sanders.
And where are you from?
I'm from Alexandria, Louisiana.
So you came a bit way to
Yes.
come shopping. Tell us a little bit about your store and the name of your store.
The name of my store is The Purple Cow, and it's a specialty toy store. And I'd probably quantify it as a little bit also a children's boutique.
How fun and interesting. So what type of things do you carry at the Purple Cow?
Well, we kind of, we don't just focus on toys, you know, we're kind of a little bit broader than toys. We do children's gifts, jewelry for little girls, kind of tween type gifts, as well as also toys.
I bet it's a beautiful store. Now, let me ask you, have you found anything interesting and new here that you can share with our retailers and our people that are out there shopping really hard to find something new and different?
Yeah, I found a line which had been around for a couple of years, and I'd kind of looked at it for a couple of years, but I decided to do it this market. It's called Paparazzi, and it's basically a line of plush that's small miniature dogs, and they all have a little story that goes along with them, and there's a miniature magazine that goes with them, and it's really cute. I think the line was picked up by several retailers, but I just decided to go ahead and try it this year.
Wonderful. It sounds really interesting. And how do you prepare for market? You know, I mean, what are your tips?
I really prepare for market. I basically go through my computer and see, you know, what categories have sold well the past year. And then I also, you know, it's kind of seasonal for me, so I kind of strategize differently for the first 6 months of the year versus the second 6 months. I kind of look to see what sells. I'd probably go a little bit more gift heavy during the first 6 months, a little bit more toy heavy during the last 6 months.
Sure, since the holidays are there.
Right.
Have you thought about bringing gourmet into your children's gourmet foods into your store? It's kind of a new venue people are looking at.
Yeah, I do at holiday time, well, at seasonally, I do lollipops, really beautiful lollipops, and I do cookies, like that are bunny rabbit cookies or Easter cookies, and I do the same thing at Christmas time. So I really bring gourmet in probably twice a year.
So it does pretty well for you at that time.
Absolutely.
Now, you know, how was your business last year?
Business was really well. I mean, we did really well last year. We actually, I expanded my store last year, and so we relocated, and it's just continued to grow.
Now, you evidently had a successful last year, but some retailers weren't as lucky as you. What did you do differently than they did? Do you have any tips to help them out this year to have a successful 2008?
Well, I think in general, retail is just a tough business when you're in it independently versus being a mass retailer. I mean, it's just kind of a difficult thing. But you just have to be really focused on inventory. You have to really focus in on what sells in your store, and you also have to focus in on your customers. You know, you have to really come to market and know who's going to buy certain items. I mean, if you're going to go out on a limb on something, you got to know who that customer is that's going to come in and buy it.
Now, who do you take to market with you to shop with you?
Well, I have a son, and since I'm a toy store, I'm going to obviously go towards more boy items. So I do try and bring somebody that has a girl, and so I have brought a friend of mine who's also an interior decorator as well as an architect, and she basically helps me. She has 4 little girls that are in my age, that are in my target market.
Right.
And so for me, that's helpful because she can say, okay, yeah, they're going to like this. And that's really helpful for me. That way I'm getting a good girl input as well as my own input for the boys.
I think that's a really good tip for our buyers, and I really like the way you said that you're bringing somebody else in other than yourself to get that second opinion,
Right.
Because they're out there too shopping like everybody else.
Right, and you know, sometimes you can get so focused on what you like that you really have to step out of your box and let somebody else come in and say, you know, what they like. And we did that at holiday time. There was another line at holiday time that I brought in that had been looking at for 3 years, and it did great, and I never would have thought it would have done so well.
You know what? I loved every tip that you gave our retailers this year. I hope to see you next year here, and thank you for visiting us at the Gift and Home channel, and we'll see you back here.
Sounds great, thanks.